What an interesting Week 16 we have in store where we face the Denver Broncos. They were the team that traded with us in the draft for us to move up and select Cal Bird. And now our future quarterback has a chance to make them regret that decision, coming off a Player of the Week performance. He'll have to take on this defense that has some solid talent, starting with Patrick Surtain. It's gonna be interesting where he'll line up today because that could cause a very long day for the passing attack. And that's also needed when Kenneth Walker is not playing in today's matchup, so we can expect a lot more of a committee in the backfield. And guys like Amari Barno will see more time on the field with Odafe Oweh still out, and he'll build on his sack against the Saints last game. This Broncos team is currently in the bottom 3 in terms of offense led out by Bo Nix, which has led them to only 4 wins on the season. But this defense could be an issue with some guys they've drafted and signed. Of course, Julian Love will have his revenge game against his former team that dealt him away, but they also have added Peter Candidate as a part of that deal. He was the pass rusher selected in the first round out of Ole Miss, and I'm sure he'll want a shot at our backfield. The Broncos also took one of my favorite players in the draft a couple of off seasons ago in Kyle Peters. This is a superstar development player selected a pick before ours in the 3rd round. And could you imagine what our D-line would look like if we included him as a part of our plan? But instead, we will need to go up against him and the rest of the Broncos here in this cold Denver weather, and Bird has shown that he thrives in tough conditions. So we'll need him to catapult our team through this mile-high air. It starts with Myers to bring out our defense, and we are underway! Welcome to Week 16 as Riley Moss is the return man, and he's gonna go right up the middle, and just shy of the 30 for Bo Nix and his offense. It's been a slow development for his 3rd season with only 14 touchdowns and 11 picks. But he'll get things going, and there's a nice pass on the outside to pick up 4. Out routes hurt us a bit against the Saints last game. And here's a toss over the middle as Witherspoon is bested by Troy Franklin, who's also college teammates with Bo Nix out of Oregon. They'll look to translate that to the NFL level as he finds him again. Pritchett gets beat there in an early red zone opportunity for the Broncos. They'll try the run game with the toss to Williams, and not much there. Maybe even a loss. Seahawks defense halted the Saints rushing attack last game as Williams finds a crease, and that's going to be enough to make this 3rd down manageable. And now lined up is Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield from the gun as Nick searches for a man, and this will be a part of his game we'll need to be aware of as he picks up the 1st down using his legs. 1st and goal. Gainwell still in the backfield. It's checked down to him, and he's got a free lane straight to the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell used as their 3rd down back, and it's the Broncos who strike early out of the gates. So it's Bird from the 30, and he unloads it to Metcalf, who stops on a dime to make the catch. Trying to add on to his stellar season, and here's Gordon Hicks' first carry, and he'll barrel through and get just enough to move the sticks. He'll see a lot more playing time with Walker out, and a tough catch made there by Tyler Lockett. He's been a more trustworthy option since he became the starter again. And the play fake doesn't fool the defense. That time they sent the corner Surtain in on the blitz, and they're 6 yards deeper from the original spot. Hicks is unable to kick it outside. He's taken down by the former Seahawk Julian Love. We know this game means a lot to him, as this is fake and dumped off to McLeod, and he's going to get away from Sanders and fight forward to move the sticks. What an effort by the rookie out of Washington. As Beverly gets a carry, and he spins right into the tackle of Love again. Split backs on 3rd and short. Gonna pass out of it. And a strike over the middle to Taylor, who gets it near the red zone. Taylor is nearing the rookie record as they face another 3rd down. It's tossed to McDonald, and he's going to be tackled well behind the markers, but they'll go for it here. No flag on the jump. Tossed to Beverly, and he couldn't hold on. Another drop to kill a drive, and this one was right in the bucket. But unfortunately, the Broncos will take over again. Double fake, and look out! Nix is taken down by Byron Murphy on the sack. Finally, we have been waiting patiently for his production. And now the funky run doesn't work, Silas is in on the action. It's a run, and Silas quickly wraps him up, and what a job by the big man out of UCF, and Seattle will take over near midfield. Quick toss, and what a grab by Metcalf. He stays on his feet and picks up first down yardage. Our guys are not giving up. That's 2 times we've seen this offense fight for extra yards, as Charbonnet picks up 4. We'll be wondering what jersey he's going to be wearing when the offseason comes, as the Broncos are more prepared for the run this time around, and we'll draw up a play to get us 7+ yards. And Bird will climb out of the pocket and slide to keep the drive alive. He knows how important it is to protect himself since his recent injuries. As this is flipped out to Taylor, it's caught, but the refs are involved for this play. And it'll be backed up 10 yards. Broncos are sending 5 on this play. Bird gets it out quickly, and Metcalf with the catch and run, and he nearly gets it all back on this play. Cal Bird has such poise in those situations, and it helps to have Metcalf on the receiving side of things. New fresh set of downs after the Beverly run. And this is flipped out to McDonald, who sits on that route, and it's close but still a yard shy. They'll try to get it with Hicks, and just nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss, and we'll also lose McDonald on that play. A.J. Barner will replace him on this snap. And Bird will go to his direction for the completion, and that's going to keep the drive going. A.J. Barner trying to make the most out of his rare playing time. Bird rolling in scans. Ball goes back to Barner, but this time it'll be for no gain. 2nd and goal with 2 to go. Sweeping it with Taylor. Trying to run away, but stopped just shy of the arms of Surtain. And Christian Haynes needs a breather. Lemaire will replace him on back-to-back weeks. As the run gets blown up, Hicks trying to fight through it, but absolutely no shot. Unfortunately, this drive will just come down to us cutting the lead by adding 3 more points before the first half ends. As this is tossed out to his tight end, Cade Otton will bounce around for a short gain. Pressure being sent on 3rd down. Nix avoids it and lofts it deep, and it's caught by Williams. Tracked down by Duhan, but what a play by Nix to heave it up, and somehow Kendrick Duhan got lost in that matchup. Blitzing Bo clearly hasn't worked, so they'll rush 4. And this time, it's successful. It's Amari Barno for a loss of 12 on the play. We'd be excited to keep them to 3, but they might not even get it, as the pressure impacts the throw. So Riley Patterson is going to try this kick from 53. And the kick is nearly blocked, and somehow this is strong enough to go through and get us to the half. Interesting start. The rushing attack is having a tough time for both sides, and Surtain is playing a lot of slot in this game, so it may impact Taylor a bit today. But no room for error, because the Niners could be headed to their 10th win of the season, and we need this game before we match up against them next week. And if you don't mind, please subscribe and like the video as we get this second half underway. It starts with a drop back pass, and Bird is swallowed up in the backfield by Kyle Peters, and that's a tough way to start the second half. Deep shot to Taylor. It's caught, but there's more laundry on the field. What a drive killer. We've converted these before against the Cowboys. Looking for Taylor, but he's got Metcalf open on the outside. DK is going to take this all the way to the house, and the Seattle Seahawks just traveled the entire length of the field for a touchdown. No one followed DK on this snap, and that's just too easy for this offense to take the lead for the first time today, and Metcalf gets 95 yards on the play. Nix will get back to work on this 3rd down. He'll loft it right side and caught, but they now get caught with an infraction. That'll back them up to their own 16-yard line. Nix is going to try a deep ball of their own. He's got Franklin, but he couldn't hold on. Just a massive drop by Troy Franklin, who has Pritchett beat. And forget rocks, that's got to feel like the Grand Canyon the way it went through his hands. Seattle's new drive will open up with a handoff to Hicks. And with the way the run game has gone, they're excited for 4 yards. Bird is 14 of 18 for 202 yards and a score. And he's going to add to that as Hicks picks up the first and gets them into Broncos territory. We're still trying to get a feel of what his game is, as the play clock is running down, so Seattle will burn a timeout. Hopefully that's not costly, but they also want to finish this drive with points. Here's Bird, going deep for Lockett, and he hauls it in! This is why he's in the game, because of how reliable his hands are, but this catch was out of this world by the 34-year-old. And a big opportunity for this offense. They'll stretch it with Hicks, flag down, and it's another self-inflicted penalty. It's just tough when an offense's momentum is stalled, as Beverly will get us closer. And believe it or not, he's currently the leading rusher of this game with 12 yards. The run game has not helped relieve the stress from our young quarterback, as he rolls and throws, and it's caught for a touchdown. At least this is what the call is on the field so far. I wasn't sure if he had both feet in, but this would be an awesome catch if he did. And the verdict is a touchdown. What a catch by Taylor, and the Seahawks will take the lead. Bo Nix is back to work while trailing for the first time today. He rolls and throws back across the field to find Franklin. This time he holds on, and that alone will get them into Seahawks territory in a hurry. Even though the offense is third worst in points, they have found ways to keep the sticks moving on each drive. But it also comes down to Nix making smart decisions on each play. And that's not a good move, as he runs right into Derek Hall for his 15th sack of the season, and one away from the team record. Now more pressure from the inside, and he's taken down again. Byron Murphy, his second of the game, and their promising drive comes to a sour end. Murphy having a tough year with injuries, but he always seems to pick it up late in the season, as the Seahawks face their own third down. And the pass to Taylor is complete over the middle, and Rick Taylor has picked it up here in the second half. Things are going well. It goes from the rookie to the vet, as Lockett will accelerate, and his screen will go for about 9. This offense took a dramatic turn with the changes out at the receiver spot. And now Bird will use his legs and pick up first down yardage. Even with the injury, he hasn't let it affect his game and how he plans to attack the defense. And they are a scoring drive away from putting this one away. But he gets drowned in the backfield by Kyle Peters. Christian Haynes beat terribly on that rush, and now they'll need to dig themselves out of this hole. Flag down. Here's a deep throw across. That's caught by Taylor, but this is going to be another self-inflicted penalty. Shotgun on 3rd and 23. Motion man is Hicks. Deep drop from Bird, and the throw is caught by Metcalf. He pads onto his ridiculous stat line, but it's obviously still well short of the marker. So a missed opportunity for the Seahawks, but since the first drive, the Broncos have had a tough time finding the end zone. And they'll need one from Nix as they start their drive from the 18. Credit to Nix though, he's done well protecting the ball, but the pressure has been relentless by our defense. And he's also dealt with some tough drops from his receivers. But this pass is secured by the fullback Kari Blasingame, but they'll face a quick third down. They can't afford to punt this away. But more pressure again, and it's Amari Barno who forces the throwaway. So the Seahawks will get it back at their own 35-yard line. Under 3 to go, and a quick toss is caught on the outside by Taylor, making a nice catch on that route. So many route trees for the rookie as he motions from the slot. Bird being chased now as he lofts it deep, and it's caught by Taylor. What a throw and catch as that gets Bird across 300 on the day. But this throw under pressure is just perfect placement in between 3 defenders, and it's right in the breadbasket of Taylor. And with under 2 minutes to go, it's all clockwork as Hicks picks up 3. Needing to get to the 20-yard line, they try to throw for it. Good protection as it's dumped off, and Hicks with excellent effort to fight forward, and they say it's enough. No more timeouts for Denver. As they blow up this play off the edge, it's Baron Browning. And with just a minute to go, they opt to throw. But it's a conservative dump off, and this is just a good job by the defense, but Seattle can still ice the game here. It's a high snap, and the kick is nowhere close. and the Broncos will have a chance to tie. The struggles of Myers have really impacted this team, and it's going to have to come down to the defense making another stop. It's a good start as Nix tosses it away. Just nothing downfield, and we want to force him to make a risky throw. Here's second down. More pressure. He dances in the pocket, and just a wise decision by Nix to keep the game alive. There were 4 defenders that were in his vicinity. And now right side pressure, and another throwaway. Dayo Adeyingbo will force this to be the final play. 3-man rush. Hail Mary to tie. Alte to throw. Here's a deep shot to the end zone. It looks to be short, and it's batted down incomplete. Ball game. 17-10 is your final as the Seahawks sneak their way into a victory here on the road in Denver. Road wins are tough to come by, and even though there were points and plays left on the field, they still figured out a way to get the job done to get us to our 10th victory of the season. And it will lead us to a very important divisional matchup with the Niners next week for the title. I wish we could have put up more than 17 points up, but the offense did a superb job of moving the ball downfield, even with the run game being a non-factor in this one. And the defense has come back to life after averaging 30 points given up in the last 3 games. They sacked Nix 4 times, but it was clear that he was uncomfortable in the pocket even though the stat sheets don't present a lot of sacks. We completely took them out of their rhythm after the first drive, and we just trusted our offense to put up enough points and close it out at the end. Obviously, there was a missed kick, so what I was attempting to do in that moment was call a timeout, but I pressed the button by accident, which is why there was no kick meter when it went up. I'm just glad it didn't impact this game to result in a negative outcome, and we were able to witness what the defense is capable of in crunch time situations. But they were just dominant the entire game and just holding them to 118 total yards. The most important thing we can celebrate now is clinching our first playoff berth in this series, and things are getting more exciting at this point of the franchise. But the question is going to be if we are going in as division winners or play as a wildcard team. And it's a large margin going from the number 2 seed to potentially 5th or 6th seed. And that will all be determined next episode in one of the most important games of this series. Every game feels important at this point of the season, but if we want home field advantage in the wildcard round, we need to take care of business on the road against these Niners. And they have been on a hot streak. They will come in on a 4-game winning streak, and their defense has only given up 21 points once in that span. Luckily for us, we are getting a bit healthier with Kenneth Walker returning from injury, and we need the impact he makes for the ground game, especially after what we saw today. And Odafe Owe is back. Amari Barno has been terrific and will get some snaps, but Owe can really change the game when he's on the field. We will deal with Nick Bosa without Taylor Moton on the right side, so this is going to be a huge task for the big body tackle Malcolm McCullough. We'll need to keep a close eye on him in the next matchup on the strong side protection, and hopefully pull away with the W. Some updates on team records. DK Metcalf has surpassed his previous yards in a season, and many more records to watch out for with Derek Hall, Cal Bird, and Rick Taylor in the final 2 games. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. We're nearing the 250 mark. And like the video to help the channel grow. Leave your comments and feedback below as we near the end of year number 3 of this franchise series. Have a great week, and until next time, I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.